gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They check second to 10.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 10-2 soft.
Yeah, let's get set. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Let's go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get away.
2nd and 5. That's complete to John Ross. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Tight end right.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Back to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Matchbox flight. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 54. Hey, we got to get this stuff.
On first down, Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check it out.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, Charlie.
Second and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 6 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Dobbins, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Hey, over. 22, check. Over. 22, check.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This time, Jackson will throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. The toss play to Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Jim. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Crystal and Travis. Check three.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Check nickel.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Mike 57. So we got man.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. That's it. Mike. Know your job. 57. Mike, 57. Danny. Kill. Zoom. Shoot up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll drop the throw. He's got his man, Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Dancing away at the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. Done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Geno Atkins, his 2nd sack of the night.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
31's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Orbit. Snap.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 43. Small. Spike.
They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right? On 3rd down, Dobbins. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Slam, slam, slam.
He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come on,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Set the tone, defense. Set the
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
set, ready. Get the flag. Let's get it over.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Go get him. Go get him. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, 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 hey. Hayward. 57 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Go, go, go. Mike 57's right.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go, go. Hey, 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 hey. I'm trying to collect. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
2nd and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
8 reads. Box it. Hey, 128. Here we go. Hey, high 7. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Nixon. And some space here. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 23-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
X3, 218, chop.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. 4th down conversion plays. You usually... think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon His second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their fourth down play.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now back to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Alpha. 80 weapons. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
It's second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command. Make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Open man is lost, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They say you switch, you won't. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist. On the wrist.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her